Oh, hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So let's get started to the today's news scenario. Let's get started. Uh, in the other things that was happening in our life, just go and just give them a fuck off. You have to be more precisable and more motivated, inspired, or your own inspire is the only thing you get success, because you know that the consistency is the key that you can easily manage and easily go through with the authorities. Okay, so let's get started of the today's news scenario. So so okay guys, let's get started today's news. We have to complete the today's news in just 20 minutes, so without wasting any time, let's get started. Australia PM Anthony Albanese. What is the Australian PM name is Antonio Albanese visited to India. This is the first news. Okay, second news. Chinese strongest, most disciplined enemy US ever faced. Nikki Haley. China is the strongest and the most disciplined enemy that the US had ever faced. Republican President Nikki Haley has warned in an impressive speech addressing the Conservative Political Action Conference, the top annual event of the Republican Party and its support base. The Indian American politician continued with her focus on the American foreign policy, wherein she asserted that the US should not give aid to the countries that hate it. Never in my life did I think Americans would look at the sky and see the Chinese spy balloon looking back at us. It was the national embarrassment, she said on the Friday, referring to the recent spy balloons incident. The balloon, which Beijing denies was a governmental spy vessel, went a week flying over the United States and Canada before being shot down off the Atlantic coast last month. Make no mistake, Communist China is the strongest and most disciplined enemy we have ever faced. We need to hold China accountable. Let us start with COVID. She said the US accuses China of spreading the virus. The Hunan market in central China, Wuhan city, was the epicenter of the pandemic. We always look to cooperate and work together in maritime domain. Navy Chief, highlighting the ever-changing technologies in the field modern warfare, Navy Chief Admiral R. Harikumar on Saturday underscored the importance of cooperation and working together in the maritime domain. Speaking at the panel discussion on the future of conflicts, lesson from the third decade at Delhi Raisina Dialogue 2023, the Navy said, in the maritime domain, challenges are not traditional or non-traditional. It's a problem of all of us. We always look to cooperate and work together in the maritime domain. Modern warfare has changed from large-scale clashes of armies to suppression of civilian population via chemical weapons, drones, used extensively in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war, etc. Whenever technology is developed, we find that there is always counter to it. As we are seeing in the ongoing Ukraine war, when technology is brought into the battlefield, it is the immediately countered. The Navy chief said. Third news. What is the fourth news? No religious minority can freely live in POK. Today, India as the United Nations Human Rights Council. India on the Friday slammed Pakistan on issue of religious freedom on minorities at United Nations Human Rights Council, using its right to reply. India's representative Seema Pujani slammed her Pakistan counterpart Hina Rubani Khar, saying no religious minority can freely live on or practice its religion in Pakistan today. The Ahmadiyya community continues to be persecuted by the state of simply practicing their faith. Responding to the statement delivered by Pakistani counterpart Hina Rubani Khan, Pujani said Pakistan representatives has once again chosen to misuse his august form for its malicious pro-agenda against India. The Indian representatives also shed light on the issue of enforced disappearance in the last decade. Pakistan own commissions of inquiry on enforced disappearance has received 8,463 complaints The Baluch people have borne the brunt of his cruel, cruel policy. Students, doctors, engineers, teachers, and community leaders are regularly disappeared by the state, never to return back, said Pujani. She also highlighted the flight of Christians in the country and how they are mistreated in the country. Equally, rose in the treatment of the Christian community. It is the frequently targets through draconian blasphemy laws. State institution officially reserves sanitization jobs of Christians, said Pujani. She also raised concern over a predatory state and an apathetic judiciary regarding the conversation of the underage minority girls. Underage girls from the community are converted to Islam, abducted by the predatory state and an apathetic judiciary. India rejects OIC unwarranted reference on JK. India rejects OIC's Organization of Islamic Corporations unwarranted reference. India has assailed the Organization of Islamic Corporation of its unwarranted reference to the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and for allowing Pakistan to hijack the misuse of its platform by carrying out Islamabad nefarious agenda. Nefarious. What is the meaning of nefarious? Okay, we have to write nefarious. Nefarious. Okay, this is the first nefarious. Okay, okay. Guest New Delhi exercising its right to reply at the high level segment of the 52th session of the Human Rights Council. Seema Pujani, first secretary permanent of mission on the India in Geneva, outrightly rejected the reference to the statement made by the OIC representative. As regards the OIC statement was rejected, the unwarranted reference to the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, Pujani said in the statement on Friday, the fact is that the entire territories of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh shall always been part of India. Pakistan is an illegal occupation of Indian territory. Pakistan is in illegal occupation of Indian territory, she said. Instead of calling upon its member, Pakistan, to give the state-sponsored terrorism and to lift its occupation of the Indian territory, the OIC, Organizations of Islamic Corporations, has let Pakistan hijack and misuse its platform for carrying out its nefarious agenda of engaging its malicious propaganda. Malicious propaganda against India, Pujani said. This is the fourth news, and the fifth news was focus on infra will help India's emerge a developed nation by 2047. Okay. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday said that the India's infrastructure development, which is driving force into the economy, needs to move the top gear to help the country become a developed nation by 2047. Addressing a post-budget webinar, Modi said that by the focusing on infrastructure development, which is driving force of the economy, India will achieve the target of becoming a developed nation by 2047. Infrastructure development is the driving force to the country's economy. Now we have to improve our speed and move in top gear, he said, while recalling the initiatives taken by the government to improve the health of the country's infrastructure. The subject of the webinar was infrastructure and investment, improving logistic efficiency with the PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan. Modi is holding a series of webinars to develop on various aspects of the Union Budget 2023-24 presented by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in the Lok Sabha on the February 21. He said the largest budget latest budget will give new energy to the infrastructure. He said India's initial expenditure to Corpex has increased 5 times compared to the 2013-14, and the government is moving with the target of investing 1 lakh crores under the national infrastructure pipeline. This is a time of new responsibilities, new possibilities, and the bold tech, bold decisions of every stakeholder. He emphasizes. The Prime Minister told the gathering that his government is working to create modern infrastructure in his area, such as roads, railways, ports, and airports. It would help in enhancing the competitions on the business on the reduced logistic costs. Infrastructures has always been important in the development of any country. Those who studies the history related to infrastructure known is very well. Modi said has architected several examples of India. Modi further said on the decades are thinking dominant in the India that poverty is the virtue and a result. Earlier, government faced difficulties in investing in the country infrastructure. Our government has not only pulled the country out of this thinking, but is also making record investment on the modern infrastructure. He said, as a result, average annual constructions of the national highway has nearly doubled since 2014, and electrifications of railway lines has increased of to 4,000 routes kilometers and 600 routes kilometers. He also highlighted that the number of airports has increased to around 150 from 74 in 2014. Modi said PM Ghati Shakti Master Plan is critical tool that integrates economy and infrastructure planning with development. He added, Ghati Shakti National Master Plan is then going to change the face of the Indian infrastructure and its multi-modal logistics. The Prime Minister also stressed that the result of the PM Ghati Shakti Master Plan are becoming visible. Modi also emphasizes that the robust robustness of India's physical infrastructure to equally important to the strengthening the country's social infrastructure is that the strong social infrastructure is needed the lowest talent. Indian Meteorological Department forecasts rain hailstorm over the western central India. Rajasthan and large parts of western and central India are expected to witness thunderstorms and hailstorms over the next few days in the run up to the Holi. The festival of the colors will be celebrated across March 7 and 8. The weather official has forecasting thunderstorms and hailstorms from Saturday till Wednesday due to the two successive extratropical weather systems over the region. According to the IMD, the western Himalaya region is also likely to witness isolated to scattered rainfall or snowfall on the Saturday and Sunday. It notified Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, and Gujarat light to moderate thunderstorm from March 4 to 8. The western disturbance has the through in the middle tropospheric west line runs roughly along longitude 62° east to the north of the latitude 20° north, and its introduces circulation over the north Gujarat in a lower levels. A fresh feeble western disturbance as a through in middle tropospheric western lies likely to affect northwest and the central India from March from northwest Medams of a home quality clears technical requirement of UNESCO tag. India's sole nomination for recognition a UNESCO World Heritage Site this year, Maidams of the Burial Mounds of a home royalty in the Assam Charadiur district have met the technical requirements. Chief Minister Himanta Viswa Sarma said the nomination will be next evaluated by the International Council of Monuments and Sites. He said With great pride, happy to share a landmark achievement in our endeavor to get World Heritage Sites status for the Maidans have met all the technical requirements of all UNESCO secretariats, Sharma said on the Twitter on the Friday. He also expressed his gratitude to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi of the nominations of Assam's pyramids. The nomination will now be evaluated by the International Council of Monuments and Sites. We look forward to the evaluations mission visit, CM added. The Medams or the Mount Burial system of the Ahom dynasty is Chairaudio was first listed in the tentative list of the UNESCO World. Sharma said the Medams will be under the cultural segment of the World Heritage Site. Medams UNESCO is World Heritage World Heritage Ahom dynasty. So that's all for today, guys. We have completed our 7 news in just 17 minutes. Okay, let's review the all our news. Australian PM Anthony Albanese to visit India. China's strongest, most disciplined army. China is the strongest enemy that US ever faced. Is spoken by the Nikki Haley. Okay, and we always look to cooperate and work together in the maritime domain. Navy Chief said that Navy Chief Admiral R. Hari Kumar, Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Manoj आर्मी चीफ कौन है एम बी सुचिंद्रा था वाइस चीफ है एयरफोर्स की कौन है राकेश चौहान कर दम नेवी चीफ ओके सर दैट आर्मी Hari Kumar no religious minority and free in the Council of UN United Nations Human Rights Council. There are who cannot perform their religion and cannot do any religious activities of their religions and her religion is by forcefully converted to Islam. It is Christian community. There is no equal loss of all the communities. The Christian communities always here for the sanitizations, jobs, and jobs are not jobs not equally given to any others. Islamic people is got always preference over this over the Christian people or the Hindu people. And India rejects OIC. Let Pakistan hijack and misuse this platform for carrying out its nefarious agenda of revenging. Okay, focus on infrastructure and our PM Narendra Modi said that if we focus on our infrastructure, India is will with the developed nation in 2014. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has aimed to India is got a bit of power in the United Nations and also the called developed nation in 2047. PM Narendra Modi said, the infrastructure is the main uh, leads the country to the leads the country. Infrastructure is the main developed nations. IMD forecast rain hailstorm over western. Indian Meteorological Department said that the hailstorm and rain also in the western central India. Western central India is Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, India. Medams of Ahom dynasty clears technical requirement of UNESCO tag. Himanta, जो which is the Medams of the Ahom royalty clear the technical. Assam pyramids. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you for your love and support. Let's meet again and again and again. We have to take a complete get out from these reactions. We have to do much more better. Okay, you have to be do much more better, guys. Guys, love you all and give some respect. Okay, love you all.